What's up, Destined Ones? It's Kaz, and I'm bringing you my guide, my detailed guide to Chapter 4's biggest secret. We're talking about a hidden area called Purple Cloud Mountain, and we're talking about 3 secret bosses involved with this pretty epic quest that's kind of involved and involves a lot of location guides. So let's start with the first thing you need to do in Chapter 4 in order to unlock this secret area and the 2 bosses there. So let's start, as we always do, with where the F are we? We're in Upper Hollow in Webbed Hollow. So Chapter 4, Webbed Hollow, we're at the Upper Hollow Keeper Shrine. So from the Upper Hollow Keeper Shrine, we're basically going to run right past it over that fence and head straight up this sort of like incline, and then we're going to take a left and start to decline. You know you're in good shape because you kind of have those little shiny things to your left. And then keep heading forward. You're going to see I'm not going to fight any bosses here. And then when you get here, you need to start moving down. These aren't going to be drops that hurt you at all. So once you drop down, you'll see there's a tango right there. We're basically heading straight, and this is a big landmark. You know you're in the right place when you see all of these sacks with spider claws coming out. I'm slowing it down because this path is the fastest and it's the most important thing. So just basically take a left, hug the cliff wall as best you can, and you'll see this sort of pyre on the left, and that's how you know you're going in the right direction. So as we keep heading straight, the next sort of landmark is this baddie with the poison bow and arrow, who, I don't know why I didn't just stab spin. But we're going to take him down just because he's a nuisance. And then I'm just going to show you there's a pyre here, and look down here. That's how you know you're in the right place. But we're going to head really the only direction you can, which is towards that pyre, and then take a left. And now you know you're in the right place because there are more sacks that are going to spike at you. So this is where a lot of enemies are. So head up these stairs, and then when you see this wall that has like a lot of sort of figures on it and a ton of enemies and the stacks of skeletons, you're in the home stretch. You're doing great. Just I'm gonna keep running. You can take them on. There is a shrine up here, so but I would go get the shrine before I would take care of those enemies, because it's a tough fight, and when you're taking on 3 or 4. So now you know in your right place. It's like beautiful sort of carving into a cliffside. There's a place to meditate there. I just want to show you because why not get a skill point. And then here we are at this Keeper Shrine. So that's the sort of epic journey to basically the first encounter with the boss that's going to get us to the secret place. But you've gotten to the right place when you're at the Pool of the Shattered Jade. So from that Keeper Shrine, we're basically going to go right of the Keeper Shrine and keep the cliff on our left and just keep going, and you'll get to another lot of sacks with spider claws and just run on through them. And then you'll see this big sack sort of hanging down, and this is our first encounter with the Venom Daoist, which is what we have to do in order to unlock the second encounter, which then unlocks Purple Cloud Mountain. So just hack away at this sack for a while until the Venom Daoist pops out. And of course, don't use any of your magic here. This is not the toughest part of the fight by any means. And this is not the toughest boss fight at all. But cue the cutscene. Venom Daoist is going to pop out of there, and then we're going to kick his ass and move on to the next section.
You're here at last.
So to unlock Purple Cloud Mountain, we're actually going to have to face the Venom Daoist again. In order to get to him, we're going to the final Keeper Shrine before the final boss of Chapter 4. So Chapter 4, Webbed Hollow, Temple of Yellow Flowers, Court of Illumination. That's where we want to be. And while we're here, I'm going to say, don't fight this final boss until after you've done everything I'm about to show you. I heard that there's a glitch with that, so just make sure when you get here, don't face that final boss. But to get where we're going to do a 180 from the Keeper Shrine and head back where we came from to originally get this Keeper Shrine through that gate. Again, I'm just going to bypass all of these bogeys. We're going to head straight, just sort of keeping the wall to our left through another gate and door. And then once you're here, there's really just, one path you're on until it forks. And So we're going to go up these stairs, and then you know you're in the right place because there's another sort of poison thing there, and then up some more stairs here before sort of a steep incline. And so there's only one way to go here. It looks like a fork, but it's not. We're just going to keep climbing up the stairs. And then here's the fork in the road. To the right is a spirit fight and an item that's definitely worth getting. You just need to, I think, pick the mushroom up off the ground. Important spirit fight, but not what we're here for. We're going to the left and heading down. And then, like, clearly this is a boss fight. It's a massive opening into a arena where we're going to say what up to the Venom Daoist yet again. And so it's going to be after we kick the Venom Daoist ass a second time that we get access to Purple Cloud Mountain, where there are 2 additional secret boss fights. So after you beat the Venom Daoist, he's going to point to the wall where there's now sort of a painting. We're going to go up to it and we're going to press R2 on PS5 or whatever you need to access this area. A little window will open up and we are going to walk through it. Now that we're here, we're just going to make our way to the first Keeper Shrine. That's really the next step. And there's only one direction to go from the path. The path just kind of leads you down here. There's a cliff on the right, just as a little bit of a marker, but you can only go one direction. And eventually you'll start hearing a voice, someone talking to the universe themselves. I'm not exactly sure, but it's this snake on the tree. Just go up to them, make sure that you exhaust all of the dialogue options. There are at least 3 or 4. Then notice there's a treasure there, and then we're going to go across this bridge. We're almost to the first Keeper Shrine, but there are no bogeys here. I mean, that's the good news. Between getting to Purple Cloud Mountain and the first Keeper Shrine, there are no bogeys, so I always kind of appreciate that. It feels like the game's doing us a favor. So just follow along this path, and you can go into that water on the left, so just stay on the path. You know you're in the right place when there's that bridge behind you, but this is the first Keeper Shrine in Purple Cloud Mountain. It's called Valley of Blooms. So it's from the Valley of Blooms that we're now going to go find Daoist Mi, the first of 2 secret bosses in Purple Cloud Mountain. So we're going to head across the bridge and go to the left. Now there are some not very fun tangos in this, so I'm just going to be running past them. But it's really just this path that you can go down, and then you know you're in the right place when you see that sort of gate and doorway. And you're going to head to the left through that doorway. There are other options and other paths, but that's what we're going to do. You can see that path to the right. That's not where we're going. We're going past those 2 spear guys to this next shrine, which I couldn't get because the spear guys were on to me. So we're going to take them on. Quick shoulder. Luckily it does almost no damage at all. Alright, so this is the second Keeper Shrine, and this is the Keeper Shrine that, again, the game kind of does you a favor so that you can keep going up against Daoist Mi. So that's the Pedophile Hamlet, and all you have to do from here is keep going along this path, up these stairs, through this archway gate, one more spear guy, up the final stairs, and boom, bada bida, the beat of my heart, we have found Daoist Mi. The first of 2 secret bosses that you can only access after taking on Venom Daoist, who's also a secret boss. So chat with him, kick his ass, and then we're going to go back to the first shrine in Purple Cloud Mountain. In order to do that, we're going to go to the shrine that's, again, kind of right outside Daoist Mi. And just so you're totally clear, this is Pedophile Hamlet, and we're going to Valley of Blooms, the Valley of Blooms. Again, it's the first shrine once you get to Purple Cloud Mountain. And now what we're going to do is instead of heading across that bridge, we're going to head to the right and drop down into some water. You know you're going in the right direction because there's a spirit fight right here. You'll see the blue flames. And we're just going to kind of stay to the left of him. There's Luogia Vine there too, important to know. And we're going to find this trail. And this is the path to the next Keeper's Shrine. So on this trail, you're going to look to the right and you're going to see another archway. Classic. We're going to go through that archway, and here is the Keeper Shrine that may be the Keeper Shrine you become the most familiar with. You're about to unlock the fight with the Scorpionlord, which is definitely one of the top 3 hardest fights in the game, in my opinion. So once you get here, you're going to sort of see him, and he's going to start talking, and he's on top of this roof, just kind of chilling, having a cocktail. And so we're going to chat with him a little bit. He's going to tell us to head on out. And the way that we're going to actually activate him and make him fight us is to take out some of these pots at the base of this little hut. Because I guess the pots mean quite a bit to him. Clearly aggroed here, the nerve we have. And yeah, get ready for a very tough boss fight. If this or any of my other videos do anything for you, don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate you. Half of anything I ever make goes to a charity we choose every 3 months. I upload receipts and everything. Peace!